Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain you about chapter 1, that is nutrition in plants. Do you know why we need food? We need food to get energy for the growth and maintenance of the body and to repair the worn out cells. And the components of food which help in all these functions, they are called nutrients. Now question arises, what is nutrition? That is the mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body. So how we take the food, how our body utilizes this food, that all process is included in nutrition. Basically there are two types of nutrition. Number one is autotrophic nutrition, second one is heterotrophic nutrition. Number one, autotrophic nutrition. Auto means self and tropos means nourishment. So the type of nutrition in which the organism can prepare their own food is called autotrophic nutrition, and such type of organism which show autotrophic type of nutrition are called autotrophs. For example, as in case of plants which can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis, so they are called autotrophs. And heterotrophic nutrition, we all human beings are heterotrophs. We are dependent on the plants for our food requirements. So the mode of nutrition in which the organisms are dependent on other for their food requirement, that type of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition, and such type of organisms are called heterotrophs. Now I will explain the process of photosynthesis in plants. During the process of before explaining the process of photosynthesis, I want to tell you about cells. Cells are the structural and functional unit of life. We all organisms are made up of cells. Cell mainly consists of a center. In the center, a nucleus. Around the nucleus there are some fluid that is called cytoplasm, and around the cytoplasm there is a membrane which is called cell membrane. So we all organisms are made up of cells, and these cells are the structures which help in making the body and in all the functions of the body. So now I would like to explain about you photosynthesis. During the process of photosynthesis, plants take carbon dioxide from the air, water from the soil, and there are certain pigment called chlorophyll which are present in the leaves. There is a organelle called chloroplast in leaves which have pigments called chlorophyll. This chlorophyll pigment help in capturing the sunlight and help in making the food for the plants. You can see in this diagram, here is shown when light energy falls on the leaves, leaves have a pigment called chlorophyll which help in capturing the sunlight, and carbon dioxide is taken from the air, and during the process of photosynthesis which gas is released out, that is oxygen. So carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives rise to carbohydrate and oxygen. So this is a basic equation of the process of photosynthesis. In plants, how gases are exchanged, there are certain pores on the surface, basically on the lower surface of the leaves, which are called stomata. This stomata help in the exchange of gases. Through these stomata, gases enter inside the plants as well as they leave the plants. So stomata are the structures through which exchange of gases take place in the plants. Here is given activity 1.1. What is given in this activity? In this activity, it is shown that plants after the process of photosynthesis store food in the form of starch. And you know, iodine solution gives which color with starch? Definitely blackish blue color or bluish color. So when we take out the leaf from the plant, and firstly we boil it in the alcoholic solution. Why we boil the leaf in the alcoholic solution? To remove all the chlorophyll, to remove all the green color from the leaf. When the leaf becomes colorless, and when we dip it into a iodine solution, or when we pour the few drops of iodine solution on the leaf, if the leaf shows blackish blue color, it means there is starch in the leaf. So through this activity we can prove that leaves store their food in the form of starch. Now synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrates. Here is shown plants not only store food in the form of carbohydrate, they also require proteins and fats. And how they get the nutrient? Even we add manure and fertilizer to the soil. From these manure and fertilizer, plants also get some nutrients. In plants, not only autotrophic mode of nutrition is found, some plants show other type of nutrition also. Like there are given some other type of nutrition also. They are saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition. In the same way, there are certain insectivorous plants. Firstly, I will like to explain you about parasitic nutrition. What is parasitic nutrition? In parasitic nutrition, the mode of nutrition in which plants derive their food from the bodies of some other green plants and animals is called parasitic mode of nutrition. In this diagram, there is shown a uh, plant which is called Cuscuta or Amarbeil. This is a parasitic plant, and the plants which depend wholly on the totally on the host plant for their food requirement, they are called the total parasite. Cuscuta is a total parasite and it takes its complete nourishment from the other plants. Second mode of nutrition is saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition is found in case of fungi. Fungi take their food from the dead decaying organic matter. Fungi take their food from the dead decaying organic matter. So such type of nutrition in which the fungi take their food from dead decaying organic matter, that is called saprophytic nutrition. Uh, and such type of organisms are called saprotroph. Here in previous diagram there is shown a structure which is called pitcher plant. This is a insectivorous plants. Pitcher plants are those plants which catch the insect with the help of their leaf, which are modified in a structure which is called a pitcher. These plants capture the insect for the requirement of their nitrogen, and such type of plants are called insectivorous plants. In the same way, there is a symbiotic relationship. What is symbiotic relationship? In symbiotic relationship, two organisms live together. Here is given the example of lichens. In lichens, an algae and fungi live together. Algae, as you know, can do the process of photosynthesis, so it provides the food to the fungi, and fungi help in absorbing water and minerals from the soil. So both are in mutual association with each other, both are beneficial to each other. So such type of relationship is called symbiotic relationship. And now how nutrients are replenished in the soil? You know, we add many fertilizers, many manure. Even there is given a method called crop rotation. What is crop rotation? In crop rotation, um, what is done? Some leguminous plants are grown alternatively in the field along with the main plant, and this method is called crop rotation. During crop rotation, what are found in the leguminous plant? There are certain root nodules in leguminous plants. These root nodules have certain bacteria which are called rhizobium bacteria. These rhizobium bacteria help in providing nitrogen to the plants by the process of nitrogen fixation. So how nutrients are replenished? Nutrients can be replenished by adding manure, by adding fertilizer, by the method of crop rotation. Thank you very much.